there, Virgo. It's Amanda here with your Rune Scope. If this is your first time visiting my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. If you find that my readings are connecting with you, please hit the subscribe button. That will ensure that whenever I post each month's video, it goes to your subscription feed. You can also click or tap the little bell icon to set up an alert if you would like to be alerted whenever I upload new content. The best way to see if readings are going to resonate with you is to watch the previous month's videos rather than this one at the start of March, because it probably won't resonate until the end of the month. So check those out. This month, in conjunction with the runes, I'm going to be using the Medieval Scapini Tarot by Luigi Scapini. And then, as always, be sure to join me for part 2 of this reading over on Vimeo channel. You'll find the link below in the description box. I'm going to be pulling one card from the Viking cards by Gudrun Bergman and Olafur Gudlaugsson for your spiritual guidance for the month of March. Be sure to check that out. Your teen love reading for the whole year is over there, as well as your teen career and finance reading. So don't forget to check those out while you're on Vimeo to get some more guidance about those areas and this year for you. But let's jump in, Virgo, and see what's going on with you guys and gals in March. I'm going to do that again. Do-over. Not feeling it. Because a whole bunch fell out of my lap. If the same ones come out this time, we'll know it's right. Virgo. There it is. So as always, Virgo, because these are general readings, be sure to check out the video for your rising sign as well, because a lot of times you find that that actually resonates more than your sun sign reading, because your rising sign is actually more specific to your chart than your sun sign. So that's another way to get some more information or clarity. But if you would like a reading that is far more specific, where I can totally connect with just your energy and whatever you're dealing with or the circumstances you're in, you would need to schedule a private session. I do those on Skype. They're $. Just drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. If you'd like to set up an appointment, that email address is here in the video, also below in the description box with all of the other links, etc. What's going on in general for Virgo? Challenge or focus? We've got the 8 of Wands in reverse and Canis in reverse. So some situation has ended. You closed the door maybe on a relationship. Doesn't have to be romantic. And you're waiting to hear from someone. It's like, so this is kind of like, we broke up, but I kind of hope I hear from this person again. Or we had a fight, but I kind of, you know. Canis indicates, though, in the reverse, you've done maybe all you're supposed to do with this person for a while or in this entire lifetime. So, and because this is coming up as a challenge, like you be tempted. This is like when you're like tempted to like drunk text your ex or something. There's something going on with waiting to hear back about something that's ended or something that's over. Now, it doesn't have to be a relationship at all. You could be waiting to hear back from someone regarding a job interview. But with Canis in reverse, that's normally not a good thing. It's normally something that ended on a bad note, or, you know, it ended amicably, but this could be a job that let you go. And they were like, well, we have more work later. We call you back, and you're, you know, in March, and now you're like, where, you know, what's the deal? We do have a Mercury retrograde starting in March. I believe it's mid-month there towards the end of March. So, this is definitely like a Mercury retrograde card, like, you know, misunderstandings, nobody getting back to you, lots of confusion and communication. So, yeah, waiting can be frustrating here. No doubt about it. But in the present energy, you got the Fool reversed. So let's see what these runes are talking about here. Well, it seems like, Virgo, you took the only action that you could. You ended something because somebody did something impulsive. Somebody made something, you know, jumped into something very selfishly. Maybe you jumped into a relationship too quickly with somebody you didn't know very well, and that sort of backfired. We have a lot of fire energy with the runes here. Not so much with the tarot cards, but with the runes for sure. The 8 of Wands is a fire energy, but yeah, this is somebody who maybe talked you into taking a risk. I'm feeling like somebody out there maybe had a hookup or a one-night stand with somebody they didn't know very well, or somebody new that they've met. And now they're not calling you back, you're not hearing back, and you're frustrated about that. And as far as they're concerned, it was just a one-night thing. Maybe they weren't clear about that. In fact, with this card, they probably weren't. Guys in particular aren't usually clear about that, because then they may not get their way. So just a heads up. But sorry to be the bringer of bad news if that's the case. But yeah, I mean, women often ascribe men with emotions and feelings that work in the same way that their emotions do, and it's just not the case. It's a totally different ball game. At least from what I've gotten from the readings that I've done for thousands of people over the years. Different story with guys. Operate in a totally different way. So, and I mean, this can come up in, if you have, so knowing this in advance, this is a perfect example of how forewarned is forearmed. If you meet someone that you're really attracted to, but you're not really looking for something casual, don't take the risk, right? Because the Fool in reverse, in the upright, it's still a risk, but it's a calculated risk. It's a smart one. You're weighing your options, taking your time. You don't jump in without thinking about it. In the reverse, this is a foolish risk. Not looking where you're leaping. But if you're feeling that way and like you can do this without getting attached, go ahead. But with this over here, it doesn't look like you'd be able to do that. Not all of you anyway. For others of you, it could be like someone else wanting you to get in touch. Why aren't you talking to me, Virgo? We had that night together and, but maybe you're just like, that's all you wanted. That's totally fine. But for most of you, this is an energy of feeling like someone has treated you unfairly or selfishly, and you wish you could take something back, or you wish that you could change your actions in some way. And, either way, whether you're the one that wants to pursue something with this person or whether you don't want to, you regret it because now this person won't leave you alone, right? They keep texting you. You wish you hadn't given them your phone. This could also just be you gave someone your phone number. Right? And now they've got this creepy stalker vibe. Be careful who you're connecting with here, Virgo. And especially if it's over the internet, meet in a public place. Be very careful about meeting anyone new or someone that you don't know very well. If you haven't known them at least 4 or 5 months, I mean, you don't know that person, right? And I'm not saying you have to wait that long to sleep with somebody. That's ridiculous. But I mean, that's when you really start, you don't really know someone even after 6 months, because some people are very good at masking who they are, but we think we do, right? I've known you 6 months. We're soulmates. I know everything about you, the ins and the outs. I mean, I've always said you don't know somebody till you live with them, and I totally believe that's true. So whatever mask, right, somebody's presented, there's something more going on underneath, and it ain't good because we got the 7 of Swords in your help. So whatever is being hidden, whatever has been, you're finding out. Somebody's been sneaky, lying, and deceitful, and you're finding out about it. And that is gonna help you, or you're being lying, sneaking, and deceitful, and that's gonna help you because it's gonna maybe help you get rid of this person if it's unwanted advances or unwanted attention, right? So I don't know. I just feel this energy like I just met somebody and now I want us to be married already. Like really trying to advance and rush something forward. Only fools rush in, right? This card in reverse. Resist that urge. March is not the month. Not saying it can't develop into something later or that you won't meet somebody better later that's more serious material. But in March, it seems casual stuff only, and even that very cautiously, because whoever you're getting involved with is not the most honest person. And this is how they operate. This is a player energy for sure. If you are the player, you're going to be called out on it, but it's going to give you the perfect end to say, well, I was, it's going to cut off the expectation here. Like, look, just make sure you're, you won't be if you're the player energy, because this card has nothing to do with honesty. But I mean, if you're not being honest and upfront with people that you're just looking for something casual, if that's all you're looking for, then that's being dishonest and deceitful, and it's not bringing good karma on you. Sorry, just ain't gonna happen. Good luck dealing with that. It's not a kind way to treat people. So it will come back on you. But in this instance, I feel like most of you have been deceived by somebody, or there's the potential there to be deceived especially by somebody you meet on the internet or on an app or, and I mean, what's new? So yeah, be really careful with going back to someone's place or getting intimate with somebody that you are just meeting in or haven't known very long. Because even though the mask they're wearing have been, I'm looking for, typed on their profile, I'm looking for long term, that's not true. That's not true. So don't allow yourself to be used, Virgo. And I feel like any of you, the help's going to be available that you're going to find out. You're going to catch them in a lie, or you're going to catch them before it advances to maybe you doing something you would regret, or that you don't want to do unless it's going to be more serious. So yeah, you could catch them in a lie even before that. Don't ignore it. That's your help. It's like, oh, this person lied about this little thing. If they're going to lie about little things, then they're most certainly lying about more, and they're lying about the big things too. This rune says if you're going to allow yourself to be used and lied to, you share the blame, okay? So don't fall for it. Again, this does not have to be a romantic relationship. This could be any person that you are connected to. It could be somebody you're already married to. But again, Seven of Swords is not a happy card to get in a relationship because it indicates somebody's hiding, being sneaky, doing things behind their partner's back. Virgo, if it's you, this could be a situation where like this person wants it to be more and they tell your spouse and, but again, that's coming up as a help to you because it's going to get you out of a relationship that's obviously not working. And also your partner out of a relationship with somebody who, is not being honest with them. So always have to look at it both ways here, Virgo. What must be accepted? We got the Lover's card. So, I mean, yeah, there's sex, there's some flirting, that's the theme of the month. Is it true love? For some of you, you think that. I do feel like you're going to be, that may be why they're emphasizing this so much. It's be difficult for you not to pursue this or to, take it to the next level or try to anyway, because you're really like feeling the butterflies and attracted to this person and think, oh gosh, this could be the new beginning. I've been waiting on the new start. This is not the one, Virgo. For those of you that think it is and kind of, regret what happens, and I do feel like during Gemini time, end of May, early is going to be a more ripe time for meeting a real partner or someone who is looking for the same thing that you're looking for. But yeah, I think maybe you're going to find, oh God, because this is just like, oh, they're all the same. This is the same kind of lies. This is the same kind of manipulation and deceit I've already dealt with. So yeah, don't jump into that same pool again here, Virgo, because a new beginning is coming for you, but it's not the person. This is a test. This is a like, you think you're ready kind of energy. Do you think you're ready? How you handle this energy. And again, if you pay attention to the lies you catch someone in, or just the vibe, just your intuition, like, I don't feel like that's true. Like, yeah, this person is hot, but I feel like they're talking a lot of BS. Don't ignore those red flags. Red flags are red flags because you're supposed to look at them and not proceed any further. Red means stop. The outcome of, we got Three of Coins in reverse. So yeah, it's like things are not going according to plan. People are not cooperating. They're not responding or acting in the way that you would like. This could be more than just this situation, although it does seem relationships are mostly what you're dealing with here, and one in particular here, Virgo. But yeah, I mean, this could be going on at work. It could be going on at home with your kids, with family, with, people are just not, it's not a team environment. It's not, you can't kind of bring the energy in. People are not working together. People are not partnering. Everybody's just wanting to do their own thing. And you find that that's just the energy of everywhere. So knowing that in advance, it's not going to be the best month to try to nail someone down to a commitment or a relationship, because you're just not going to be meeting the people with that energy around. It's too kind of light and superficial for that, is the way I'm feeling. going to be a different story for a lot of you. But, and for those of you that withstand the test and don't get caught up with this manipulative lying energy, the blessings will be even more because you said no and passed the test. I didn't fall for it. I learned a lesson. I didn't fall for it again. I'm not gonna fall for it. I don't want that. I don't want that. And yeah, you're saying this, but you're acting very player-like, or you're, you know, you lied about this and I already caught you in a lie. I don't think so. And they may really like, you know, this could be somebody, especially if they are very attractive. They can't believe you're not calling them back. And, you know, they keep blowing up your phone and it's not because they have these strong feelings for you. It's because, you know, they're not used to somebody saying no or turning them down or whatever. So don't mistake the fact that you're a challenge for actual real desire to connect with you in any sort of real way here, Virgo. Better to walk off and be the one that got away than the one who gave in and then regret. You know, who needs more regrets, right? Or who needs more of, man, wish I could take that back. You know. So for those of you that are in a happy marriage or you know, obviously this month I'm talking to the singles, I feel. Really, it's really feeling like a single energy. They needed the warning or the message more here this month. Definitely check out your rising sign. Again, that's how these general readings work. It really is the majority who needs the help or the warning or the messages the most that will come through in the sun sign. But March is not going to be the way the rest of the year pans out, Virgo. So just sit tight. Realize you're not really going to be able to rely on or trust people. And they're just not. Everybody's kind of, the energy's erratic and all over the place, and really just, you're going to do best to just sit there and kind of wait for things to calm down. And wait for a solid offer from someone. Anybody that is planning a wedding in March, I feel like it, you know, it will be a beautiful ceremony. This will come off. It will happen. But man, with that Mercury retrograde, is it going to throw a monkey wrench in the works? People not getting back to you. You know, you were quoted one price and then they'll give you the bill on the day. That's, you know, again, thieving money. Somebody take a deposit and then they, you know, you decide you don't want it and they won't give you your deposit back. And maybe you need that money to pay some, you know, the new, I mean, if you are planning a wedding in a Mercury retrograde, I mean, you know, marriages that do take place during the Mercury retrograde, I mean, they can last. It's just really frustrating with all the planning. It's not the best. And for a big day where you want everything to play out exactly the way you have it envisioned, not the best time to do that. So if this is a spur of the moment elopement or something, I would put it off. I wouldn't do it in March, but of course you've probably booked a place already well in advance. If you're planning a wedding for, and again, this could just be like things that are going, you know, you're dealing with in March. I mean, again, don't freak out. You still got plenty of time to rectify all of this. But I mean, you don't want a table, anything after Mercury turns retrograde. You just want to put it off until some things you'd be like, oh God, I can't wait that long and get this done. But kind of pick and choose carefully which things you do. Because it's almost like anything that you choose during Mercury retrograde, you'll end up changing your mind and have to do a redo later, or it'll fall through. So if you're planning a wedding for March, is going to be a month maybe to just take a break on the planning, maybe go ahead and get it all in your head. But as far as hiring somebody or and certainly paying anyone is not a good idea if you can avoid it. If you're making a deposit, make sure you have it in writing that you get it back. What's the time frame before you get it back if you decide to not go with that company or use their services or whatever, because you will need that money for, you know, other things. But a lot of you just be like, oh God, I need to get this, you know, I needed to hear back from these people. I'm trying to book a place. I'm trying to do this. Try not to freak out, because you find that, okay, you know, it's just too frustrating to deal with in March. expect to have to keep on somebody if you're trying to hear back about a venue or trying to get in touch with a dealer or, find a wedding dress or whatever you're trying to do. You're going to have to go to a lot of places. You're going to have to email a lot of people, call a lot of people, and then they won't get back to you. And you're just like, oh God, I'm done. So Virgo, kind of a challenging month here, but it's only 4 weeks, right? Meet me over on Vimeo. I'm going to shuffle these Viking cards. I want to see if I can get more clearance, especially on more clarity on the Seven of Swords and this erratic energy. See if they have some wisdom and advice for you here in the month of March. You do have 2 major arcanas here, so it's like something big is happening in March, but I feel like for most of you, it's like this is the preparation for something big that's happening later, probably specifically during Gemini time, especially. So meet me over on Vimeo. We'll see what further insight we can get. I'm really curious to see which card we get from the Viking cards. I'll see you over there. Don't forget to check out your love reading over there as well. She got the lovers on the table, and it seems to be very love-centric this month. Your career and finance rune scope for the whole year is over there as well. So check those out if you haven't done so yet. And I will see you back here next month for reading. And hopefully all of this will be cleared up by then. See you then, Virgo.